Chapter 6. The edible return of Miss Sassy Pants. Veruca, Sophie, and Megan trudged back from the admin office, heads hung low. Patrick had been firm but fair, making sure Zyla and Juno were sent to local vet. The three girls were now officially in trouble, and they weren't even sure what their punishment would be yet. Worse still, Emily had somehow managed to slip out of the whole situation unscathed. Veruca couldn't believe it. As they walked, Veruca noticed Megan's worried expression, her mind clearly still on her kittens. Sophie, on the other hand, seemed more anxious about something else. "Veruca," Sophie whispered. "Do you think they'll call our parents?" "I hope not," Veruca replied, sighing. "But who knows with Patrick? We're not off the hook yet." Just then, the group froze as they approached the familiar clearing by the dining hall. A girl with fiery blonde hair, styled in perfect waves, was standing with her back turned, talking loudly with a few other campers. Veruca felt a jolt of recognition. "Wait," Sophie whispered, her eyes wide. "Is that oh no?" Veruca muttered under her breath. "It's Chloe Anderson, or as Veruca had dubbed her last summer, Miss Sassy Pants, was the girl they had pranked during their last stay at Camp Rockwell. It was Chloe who had inadvertently triggered the chain of events that got Veruca and her friends into trouble. The prank had gone too far, and now here she was back at camp. Megan, confused, looked between Veruca and Sophie. "What's going on? Who's Chloe?" Veruca sighed, whispering to Megan as they tried to keep their distance. "Chloe is the reason we got in trouble last time. We were playing this prank, Sophie and I, and it didn't go as planned." Sophie nodded, looking ashamed. "Yeah, we thought it'd be funny to mess with her stuff. She was always kind of bossy and rude. But the prank went wrong, and it turned into a huge disaster. We all got caught. It was the start of everything." "Great," Megan muttered, eyeing Chloe warily. "So what now?" "She's gonna hate us if she remembers," Veruca nodded. "We need to avoid her." But before they could turn and sneak away, Chloe turned around, her icy blue eyes locking onto them immediately. A slow, wicked smile spread across her face. Well, look who's back at Camp Rockwell," Chloe said, strutting toward them with her arms crossed. "Didn't think I'd see you troublemakers again after last year's little incident," Sophie gulped. "Hey Chloe. Long time no see," Chloe smirked. "What? No apology? Or did you forget the part where you trashed my stuff last summer? Not to mention got me in trouble with the admins." Veruca opened her mouth to speak, but Chloe cut her off, leaning in close. "This time, I'm watching you. If you so much as breathe wrong, I'll be right there to report it. Miss Sassy Pants is back, and I'm not letting you off the hook." Megan blinked, unsure of how to respond. Veruca, on the other hand, gritted her teeth. The last thing they needed was Chloe breathing down their necks. As the tension between them grew, Sophie nudged Veruca. "Veruca? Where's Emily?" Veruca quickly glanced around. Emily was nowhere to be seen. "Oh no," she whispered. "She must have wandered off when we weren't looking." Sophie panicked. "What if she's lost?" "We'll find her," Veruca said. "Let's just stay calm. She couldn't have gone far." Meanwhile, Emily was wandering alone through the outskirts of camp, tears streaming down her face. She had gotten separated from the group and had no idea where to go. It was overwhelming. She hated feeling lost and vulnerable. Emily wiped her eyes, but the tears just kept coming. Just as she was about to sit down on a log and cry, she heard footsteps behind her. Startled, she turned around, and standing there was a boy about her age, with a kind face and dark hair. He looked at her with concern, his hands tucked into his pockets. "Hey," the boy said gently. "Are you okay?" Emily sniffed, trying to compose herself. I got lost. I can't find my friends." The boy smiled softly. "It's alright. You're not too far from camp. I can help you find them. I'm Jake, by the way." Emily blinked. "Jake? Wait, were you here last summer?" Jake nodded, a flicker of recognition crossing his face. "Yeah, I was. But things were different then. I'm not in trouble anymore." Emily hesitated, unsure if she could trust him, but something about Jake's calm demeanor made her feel safe. He seemed different than the troublemaker she remembered hearing about last summer. "Thanks," she said quietly. "I'm Emily, nice to meet you, Emily," Jake said with a smile. "Come on, I'll take you back. My friends are around here somewhere. Maybe we can catch up with them." Jake led Emily through the trees, and soon they came upon two more boys, standing by the edge of the lake, skipping stones across the water. One of them had bright red hair and freckles, while the other was taller with shaggy brown hair. "Hey guys," Jake called out to them. "This is Emily. She's new this year." The boys turned and waved. "I'm Michael," said the redhead. "And that's William," he added, pointing to the taller boy. Emily smiled a little, feeling a bit more at ease. Maybe camp wouldn't be so bad after all, as long as she could find her friends. And maybe, make a few new ones along the way.